watched our last vlog, you may remember that I said we don't have coronavirus. Well, guess who's getting tested for COVID-19? Aloha friends! For those of you who don't know me, I'm Diana. This is our vlog channel, Eating Richly Vlogs, and we are back in Seattle Children's. My baby Arden has been admitted and has been tested for COVID-19. There are even more precautions in place than when we were here a week and a half ago, and I just thought I'd vlog again to share those with you, and also it just helps me in processing being admitted and stuck in the hospital yet again. So to the untrained eye, this looks like a happy, healthy baby. He's definitely happy, but if you look closely, it's hard to tell, especially if he goes after the phone, but he's got retractions. His ribs are showing when he's breathing, and he's also, the skin is, sucking in between them. And he's nasal flaring. So he's breathing about 60 times a minute right now, and he should only be breathing like 40 or less. Yeah, we gotta go bye-bye. Go to your home away from home. We have 2 working headlights. I've got Arden's monitor next to me just to help me make sure that his oxygen levels are good, which they're great right now. So I'm going to give the pulmonologist a call and let them know that we are on our way to the emergency department. And I'm shaking because I just used albuterol for my bronchitis that I apparently have. This is our life. Right outside the emergency room entrance, they now have this mobile containment unit set up. So I guess that is where they'll treat someone who has had known contact. One of my favorite things about Seattle Children's Emergency Department is they have a 24-hour Starbucks, but the window to the emergency room lobby was closed, which really makes sense. Also, you cannot use the door that you usually go through to get to the rest of the hospital. It was now a barrier between infectious and non-infectious. Waiting for her. The viral rash has started. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He's also got some major eye bags going on. They're about to suction Arden, but because of coronavirus, they have to wear the Max Air helmets now to suction. So that's our nurse out there getting all garbed up to come back in and suction him. What do you see? Yeah, light in the clock. Arden did not appreciate being suctioned. Because of Arden's symptoms and our family's symptoms, and because of his history of respiratory illnesses and complications. Hey, love, you're singing. He is going to get tested to rule out COVID-19. So not because they think he has it, but because it's important to rule it out. Sounds like they are doing quite a few COVID-19 tests here at Seattle Children's. It'll be interesting to see how those numbers are reflected in the next few days, because most locations are not giving people tests. They have the ability to do that here, which is really encouraging for those of us with respiratory, medically fragile kids. Just put a new tube in Arden, and he is not happy about it. We've been here often enough that I actually look forward to the turkey sandwiches.
Eventually.
It's Thursday, March 12th. We got home from the emergency department at like 3 a.m. Pulmonology call just to follow up and see how Arden's breathing is doing, which he's doing a little bit better than last night. And now we are on our way to his pediatrician's office for a follow-up. He has to get seen today to evaluate him. We did get a diagnosis. He has a coronavirus, but it is not, that's different from the one causing COVID-19. His COVID-19 test is not back yet, so we don't know if he has that one too or not. So we're headed to the pediatrician's office, and I have to call when we're almost there so that they can let us know what to do as far as precautions for us being contagious, possibly with COVID-19. They also literally just announced that the schools are going to be closing. Tomorrow is the last day of school for our school district, basically for all the school districts right in our area. The schools are going to be closed for at least 6 weeks, which is right and good and important, but also incredibly overwhelming, especially because we've just had our own 2 weeks of quarantine from just being sick. Right before that, we had midwinter break. Our kids have already basically been home for 3 weeks, and now they're going to be home for another 6 weeks. And so we're going to have to try and figure out working and sanity and educating them. And I am on the verge of tears. I can't let myself cry and break down about it yet, because I have to focus on making sure Arden is okay right now. And then once we know he's good, then I can let myself feel what I need to feel. But it's definitely hard. Just heard back from them. We are going to drive up to the 3rd floor, which is where they're located, to try and not have to use an elevator and have the shortest distance as possible. And then they're going to bring us in a back door. I stopped in the hallway and waited a little while because there were people waiting for the elevator, and I didn't want to get close to them and risk passing something onto them. And we got brought in the back door, and now we're just waiting for Dr. Dixie. So I wore a mask. He won't wear a mask, so this is how he treated me. There's Arden. Peekaboo. Poor Arden is having increased work of breathing again, so following his pediatrician's orders, I am taking him back to Seattle Children's ED and asking to have him admitted to just have some ongoing deep suction and try and keep him from, going downhill. Where's Arden? Peekaboo! Arden got his deep suction, and we're watching his favorite fishies and just waiting for them to have a room ready for us upstairs. Admission number 11. All right, I guess this is part 1 because the video is getting a little long and I'm too tired to edit anymore. Can you tell by my bloodshot eyes just how sleep deprived I am? Go ahead and give this video a like because you've stuck around this long, so why wouldn't you? And then you can subscribe so you don't miss part 2 of what's happening with us here in isolation at Seattle Children's Hospital amidst the COVID-19 outbreak. Remember, whether it is in the comments or with me or out in the world, you can be real and be kind, and I'll see you in our next video.